Good morning, people. It's 7 in the morning. I haven't really done anything for myself now, but I really wanted to, do this video because I had something on my heart and I wanted to get out. I don't know. As you may have seen, today's topic is why being vulnerable is a good thing. My back hurts so bad. I really want to talk about this because earlier, when I was a teenager and even a bit after, I really was for myself and only myself. I didn't want to show any emotions because every time I got played on and I was like, okay, just don't show anything anymore. Don't show that you're happy because people will take you for granted and everything. But actually, don't do this. Especially now that I'm a young adult, I see it very often because, as you may know, I'm a lot into sport things, so like going to the gym every day and everything. I'm really into this world of mostly people, what is completely okay, saying that they have been hurt and played on and whatever, so they are going to the gym to work on themselves and forget. But the toxic part for themselves is that they really restrict themselves to themselves. They don't want to know anything about anyone anymore. They don't want to show anything anymore, and they kind of get rude for that. And that's the part where I say, no, don't do it. I'm not telling that you should tell everyone your whole life, that you should be best friends with everyone, whatever. No, I'm not doing that at all. I'm not sharing my projects, like big projects, with anyone either. If I do, I really only share it with like 2 people I know. These 2 people will also know who they are. And so, like, no, that's not what I'm telling you here. Don't just go up to people and tell them everything and be friends with them. No, that's not what I'm saying. You know, when I'm going, for example, to the gym, I really don't like to work out with someone else. Even if it's my best friend, I just don't like it. It's just me, myself, and I there. I'm there to reflect on myself, to work on myself and everything. I don't like it. I mean, of course, it's okay for those who do, but I don't like it. So I really completely understand people who say, I don't want anyone to talk to me because I'm kind of the same. But there's a difference between I don't want anyone to talk to myself because I want to stay focused and everything, or if I see someone be like, no, you can see someone even from far away in the room and just like be like, hey, or smile or something. And it doesn't mean that you have to get along with these people. I mean, there are people that I see every day at the gym, and so we kind of like know each other from sight. So I'm like, hi, or just I smile at them, but I don't even know like what their name is, and it's completely fine. But why should I be like mean? Because some people really get mean. So as I said, I can't understand if people say that they don't want to tell other people everything about their lives or how they feel because sometimes they will kind of like abuse on them. I can understand this, but as I said, it doesn't mean that you have to be mean with other people. You can do one thing and just don't do the other, but you know, you don't have to do both. Like, especially what I criticize more on these people is that they are always like, I have the supreme mindset. I'm a literal stone. I don't have any emotions anymore. I don't show anything. I can suffer in silence. I am stoic. I'm stoic. I can handle everything. It's me, myself, and I in my world, and no one has to. Why? No. Why? I've been bullied at school, okay? Like, really, I've been. Like I said, I was kind of the same before. And I've been through a lot of things, still do, because of my chronic illness and everything. I still get to meet a lot of mean people. I'm not living in a special world where you don't. But you don't need to do this. And don't do that to yourself. Actually, that's the point. Don't do this to yourself. We're not gonna lie. Okay, don't share everything with everyone, but Not gonna lie, if you see someone you really love, and you share some time with them and like laugh out loud, smile a lot, do things that you love, how do you feel after that? And also, most importantly, if you see some people randomly outside that you don't even know, I don't know, an old lady or whatever, a kid or someone your age, and this person is just for no reason, but it's just really kind to you, like it's not like stepping into your private life, like not like speaking a lot to you, but it's just kind. How do you feel after that? You feel good, right? So be that person. To be honest, being rude is not a flex. Like, I don't know what these people sometimes imagine. They really imagine, okay, I'm the king of the world, I can have my emotions back, and everyone who doesn't is dumb and they will get played on and everything. If you think that you're a good person, why would you do that to these people? Okay, there are too many bad people here. But if you consider yourself as a good person, why couldn't you say, maybe there are a lot of other people like me and we don't want to hurt these people, so maybe I don't even need that. Get my point? No, but let's get to the point why being vulnerable is good. But of course, not too much, I will explain myself. So basically, being vulnerable is being able to show your emotions. So you already get it. Be able to. Something. I'm trying to do the video, but my cat and my dog are still fighting all the time. So when I say this, I'm not talking about people that are always like showing, oh my god, I'm so sad, and crying everywhere. Of course, I'm not talking about hypersensitive persons, because most of the time they cannot really deal with it, but that's something else. Also, I'm not talking about oversharing, because I mean, as I said, with my chronic illnesses, I could also like go to everyone and cry and be like, oh my god, and I'm so sad and I'm such a poor girl and everything, but I don't, because I mean, that's none of people's business and everything, so you don't need to do that. But being able to show how you feel about certain things, you don't need to show everything. As I said, if you're in a business meeting or someone just says something to you and you will not, you know, like, you don't need to tell everything and to show everything. That's not the point. Being vulnerable is just showing that you are able to feel completely and to live completely also through your emotions. It doesn't mean that your emotions impact your whole life, and if you're sad for something, you will stop living. That's not the point. Otherwise, that's the point. You are able to be happy every day, or to feel why you are not happy every day. So you get emotionally aware, your emotional intelligence gets way better. You're able to understand yourself better, and other people are able to understand yourself better. If I see that, I don't know, a friend of mine, even if we're not that close, but a friend of mine doesn't react good when I say this or this. Okay, I could say that's not what I meant and you are overreacting. Okay, but that's still how they react, and maybe they cannot do anything against this. So if it's not overreacting, maybe it's just who they are, how they are. And on the other side, if some people are like always making fun of something, that's not fun at all for me. I will be really glad that I get it. And so that's also the part of being vulnerable. People will see it, and if they're intelligent enough, emotional intelligence, they will get it, and they will be like, okay, I don't do this. That's okay. Maybe that's her limit, and maybe it has a background, maybe not, but that's her limit. To this limit goes the fact that at this point you will be able to say, okay, stop, I don't want this anymore, you are going too far, or when you say this or do this, this will make me feel like this or this or this, and I will not understand it or something. And at this point, if you see that the person is overreacting or behaving wrong, even though you are telling them how you feel, that says a lot about them. I mean, of course, Some people can tell you this and you will be like, okay, that's really too much, that's not what I meant at all. But you can tell them, okay, I didn't mean it, I meant it that way and that way, I wanted to make fun of, but I accept that you felt like that, because that's who you are. And now that you know and that we are both aware, it will probably not happen again. But you have to validate everyone's feeling at this point, because you're vulnerable and you like people to be vulnerable, because if not, what's the point? And so that way you set your boundaries, and then you don't need anymore to be like this perfect stone that is just like not even looking at you and be like, that will hurt me anyway. No, you don't need it, because you set up your limits with everyone and that's perfectly fine. No, you don't need it. So that's for a part of the friendship in general, or people you know in general. But also when you see someone at the gym, who is stopping you from just saying hi? Is that what I'm saying? Okay, she told me hi. I'm sure she is emotionally like really down and I can do everything I want with her and she is done. No! You don't have to save your happiness for later. Let me say that again. Don't save your happiness for later. You have to feel every day. You have to know, what do I like? What does make me feel like this or like that? How can I do it better? You have to feel every day through. Because if you don't, you're not gonna live anything. And when you're looking back, you're like, oh, but I was so sad at this point, or I was working so hard, but I hated this time because until I was CEO of something, I hated all the time before. No, you have to live through every day. It's not just the goal. Like, don't save your happiness for this point. You have to live through every day. And so that way you will also learn to love yourself and to know how you feel and what fits you better. Like, how is your best working technique, or what's your best method for this and that, and what makes you happy, what makes you not, what stresses you out, what doesn't. To be honest, if I see someone who is vulnerable, as I said, not like overreacting everything, if I see someone who's vulnerable, I will be really glad, because I'm like, okay, you're actually showing me how you want to be treated. And so I can do that too. And if we just don't get along, that's perfectly fine. But we will not get into, I didn't mean it like that, because you showed me, I showed you. Perfect. Love them. Love these people. They actually show you how they want to be loved, and also what they understand from love, because love is something different for everyone. So really, that's really important. Please tell me in the comments if you are a vulnerable person, because that's not a bad trait that you have if you do. If you want to become one, I can of course like give you tips or something, because some people are like, yeah, but I don't know like where to start, be like to not be too generous and everything but still be vulnerable. Not a problem, just tell me everything in the comments or DM me on Instagram. I don't care, and I will answer everything. Have a good day. I hope this helped you a bit to understand my point. Peace.